I sat on my porch this morning watching the fog loosen its grip on the trees, and something settled in me. I am 80 years old. In the hush of this house, the silence is no longer just empty air. It's a library filled with echoes. Across 8 decades, I've watched the world reshape itself. But more than that, I've watched people disappear from it. Parents, siblings, my oldest friends, and the person I believed would be holding my hand until the final moment. They are all gone now. At this age, you start to feel like a ghost wandering through a world built for the young. I watch them hurry past, fretting over things that from where I stand look like grains of sand slipping through open fingers. Some ask me what it's like. Others look at me with pity, as if being the last one standing is a terrible fate. But there is a secret to being 80 that no one tells you until you arrive. When everything and everyone has been stripped away, what's left isn't emptiness, it's truth. If you're younger than me, listen carefully. If you're my age, come sit beside me. I want to tell you about the things that don't leave, the things that remain when the house is quiet and the phone no longer rings. This is what stays. The first lesson is that we never truly own anything or anyone. In my 40s and 50s, I thought my life was defined by what I had built, my career, my home, my reputation. I guarded them as if they were permanent fixtures. Now, at 80, I look at my hands and see that they are empty, and I'm at peace with that. I've watched the houses I've lived in pass to new owners. I've watched my professional accomplishments fade from memory, forgotten by people who weren't even born when I retired. What remains isn't the plaque on the wall, it's the character shaped while striving for it. I've learned that the people we love are only ever on loan to us. We don't own our spouses or our children. We are simply caretakers of their time for a while. When you stop trying to hold on and start simply experiencing them, grief changes its shape. It stops feeling like theft and begins to feel like gratitude for the loan. What remains is the love you gave, because that is the one thing that doesn't decay or end up sold off with the furniture. When you're young, you wait for the big moments, the wedding, the promotion, the once-in-a-lifetime trip. You live with your eyes fixed on the horizon. I've learned that life isn't made of the mountaintops, it's made of the walk between them. If I could go back, I wouldn't chase more success. I would chase more awareness. I would linger longer over a cup of coffee. I would listen to the birds with intention. What remains at the end of a long life is a collection of small, beautiful nothings that turn out to be everything. One of the hardest parts of watching everyone leave is the solitude. My generation was taught to stay busy, but when the children moved away and friends passed on, I was left alone with a stranger myself. Most people spend their lives running from themselves, using noise, work and company to drown out their own thoughts. At 80, you can't run anymore. Your knees won't allow it. So you sit, and in that stillness I found a strength I never knew I had. What remains is your inner fortress. If you never build a relationship with yourself, old age becomes frightening. But if you do, it turns into a sanctuary. I've learned that I am enough. I've learned to forgive the man I was at 25 and at 50. What remains is a quiet peace with the person looking back at me in the mirror. You eventually realize you were your own closest companion all along. You just didn't recognize it. People ask me if I have regrets. Of course I do. Only a fool or a liar claims otherwise. But at 80, I understand the difference between regret and remorse. I regret the chances I didn't take. I regret the words of love I kept hidden out of pride. But what hurts most is the remorse for moments when I wasn't kind. We pour so much energy into being right. We argue, cling to grudges, protect our egos. Yet as I watch names slowly crossed out in my address book, I see that being right is the loneliest victory there is. What remains is the understanding that kindness was always the right answer, no matter the argument. If there is someone you can call today, call them. Not to resolve a dispute, but simply to say, I'm glad you're here. One day they won't be, and the score won't matter at all. There's a strange grace in watching the world continue without you. I see teenagers with their screens, their slang, their restless energy. At first, it made me bitter. I felt left behind. Then I realized that's who it's meant to be. What remains is the role of the witness. I watch the cycle carry on. I look into my grandson's eyes and see my father staring back at me. I understand now that I am just one stitch in a very long tapestry. My job isn't to lead the parade anymore, but to cheer from the sidelines. There's a deep freedom in releasing the need to matter. What remains is the joy of watching life renew itself, knowing that a piece of my story lives on in theirs. So what remains when everyone has gone? Gratitude, a fierce aching gratitude for the sheer improbability of existence, that I was here, that I loved even when I lost, that I witnessed thousands upon thousands of sunrises. I am 80 and I am no longer afraid of the dark, because I've learned that the light never truly disappears. It simply moves into the next room. If you're hearing this, don't wait until you're 80 to discover what remains. Look for it now. It's in the breath you just took. It's in the person sitting across from you. It's in the quiet center of your own heart. Thank you for sitting with me on this porch for a while. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you love. And tell me, what is one thing you've learned to cherish as you've grown older? I read every word. It makes the house feel a little less quiet.